What's good, YouTube? A Squad 72, man. They bring y'all a Drifters review. I got my main man, Caster Troy, 2 with me. Go ahead and say what up to the people.
What up, folks? What up, folks?
Yeah, man, like I said earlier, man, it's a Drifters review. Drifters anime we kind of stumbled across. And it's about these warriors pretty much throughout time, the great warriors throughout like our history, and not just like American history across the globe. And they waver on the line of life and death and then sent to another Earth. And so it's a pretty dope idea, pretty dope anime. I'm gonna get into it. So what do you want to start, Casting?
Start with the animation. Animation to me is 1 point. It's definitely top tier. Fight scenes are great. Combat looks great. The visuals are good. They don't rely on that CGI crap. It's sometimes fine with animes that try to cheat the system. Very visually pleasing.
Yeah, I mean that was like one of the things that kind of stood out to me because even from get go, the war scene, it was very in your face, very on the nose, and it was an attention grab instead of the normal anime slow grind. You know what I'm saying? Like in the first couple episodes, it's like a real slow grind, and they get into the meat and potatoes, which they just jump right into it, which is something that I like.
This
Far
one
as
came out the gates running.
yeah, I mean the animation, everything it was very smooth, and I know we was talking about this before, but just the eye animation for their eyes and how they were super detailed. You know what I mean?
Still confused about that. I keep waiting for there to be a point to it, but yeah, they do tell a lot of the story with the eyes. Whether you get in and you see the details of the eyes and the pupil drawn out, very in-depth eyes, and then when they draw back and it's just that glow, that like kicking this off now, like it's going down, glow.
Yeah,
Definitely do a lot of good stuff with the eye work.
it was one of those things when it kind of adds that flair in a sense. Because I mean, like even though we're confused about it, but it's still when they tell the story and say the character's giving a speech, or if it's something like really dramatic going on, you know how they put the silhouette over him, and all you can see is like that one eye that's glowing.
Yeah,
and it kind of adds to it because it's like, man, like they really mean business. So it was something that was intriguing because everybody has those super detailed eyes, and it's not just, you know, sometimes with a lot of animes, the important character, quote unquote, they kind of stand out, or they'll have like a feature attribute about them that is like, okay, it's something behind this, but like everybody has it. And up until like where the season ends, everybody plays a significant role. It isn't anybody who's like not important. You know what I mean?
like yeah, what you get is, all right, it becomes clear that who the quote unquote main two characters are, your protagonist and your antagonist, but all of your other characters aren't too far behind. They're still given the same treatment, the same importance, the same visual love, I guess you could say. The time is spent on developing everybody across the board. Characters are.
Yeah. Everybody, like I know with like animes with let's say like Dragon Ball Super, how it's the same show, but like with this particular show, it's everybody's getting their spotlight. Everybody plays like a significant role, and I'm actually, like, far as some of the characters go, I was kind of intrigued because like you had the typical, you had the Japanese people from history, and then they brought in like Cowboy, and you know I want to call him the priest because he reminds me of the guy from what's it called, you know, what's the anime, Trigun, the Wolfgang guy with the cross gun.
Yeah, okay.
He has the Gatling gun. He reminds me of him, and like we didn't get like anything with. I don't even, honestly, I don't even remember their names, you know, because they kind of brushed over them, but they played a decent
One with
role.
the Gatling gun, I don't remember his name, but the other one that is with him is actually Billy the Kid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was watching and I was like, man, like they're showing them, they're giving them screen time, but at the same time, like they didn't like have a set spot where they like, yeah, this is my name and this is what I do. You know what I mean? Like how
You don't get those long drawn out introductions. It's like they just start talking to him like, yeah, I already know who the guy is. Why am I introducing him? When as far as the anime goes, you know, it's like, no, we've been hanging out for a while. Why would I be weird and give this weird introduction for this guy.
Yeah, which is interesting because like I said, nobody other than Toyohitsu, Nobunaga, and Archer. Like I said, I don't even remember his name. Like he's the one that he's with us, but at the same time, like he's the Archer. You know what I mean? Like he's hanging back and he's doing that, but they all got like shine and a little bit of backstory. Like you don't really know much about his backstory, the Archer. And I hate that I can't. But Yoichi, okay, yeah. He goes into this story about how he has like 17 older brothers, and you know, like how beautiful they were. Yeah. You know what? I don't know, like that for some reason.
This Joker is so beautiful. He looks like a female, and he's like, "Nah, I'm the ugliest of like 11 brothers."
Yeah. That to me. I was like, yo, like, what do we? It was one of those things where, like, I guess it was for like humor, but it didn't. I don't know.
I think there's some historical context in that joke that you would have to know the story of Yoichi as it plays in actual history.
Yeah.
No, what they're joking about in the show.
Other than that, though, I guess what the starting 3, as far as like I said, Toyohitsu. I gotta say my favorite though is Nobunaga. He just
absolutely my favorite.
He steals the show whenever he's on camera, and it's just like he has all the tactics, and he has almost all the know-how. And
I will tell you why Nobunaga is my favorite, and it plays into the production of the show.
Yeah.
As it starts off, the first couple episodes, it's all serious. It's action-packed. It's jumping out the gates, running full speed ahead. Then you meet Nobunaga. That's when they switch to the humor animation, where they get to the silly, goofy cutaways, doing the dramatic staring, the looks, and start cracking the jokes. And I love that part of the anime.
Yeah.
And it starts off when you meet him, and definitely my favorite character in the whole series.
Yeah, he like I said, they call him Nobunaga, the Demon King of the Sixth Realm, and he has like this whole he has, to me, seemed like the most interesting backstory because, like I said, and one thing that I found was interesting was that the time difference with the characters, because like Toyohitsu told him, he's like, hey, look, man, you've been dead for like 18 years. He's like, nah, I've been here for 4 months. And then he talks to Yoichi, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm this person. He's like, nah, you've been dead for over 400 years. And it's a steady time difference. But even with Nobunaga, man, like I guess he had so much experience because he's like 50 years old, and he's still teaching this. Like he's not, I wouldn't say teaching, but based on what he's been doing, he's been setting up the plans. He's been the guy behind the scenes, like the puppet master. And I think it's real dope how he operates because he's thinking things out ahead of time. And then what I like too is when, and man, I guess we're gonna get to this part in a little bit, but when he's talking to, it wasn't the Dark King, but it was the Dark King's like right hand man with the glasses.
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin. He's talking with him, and he's putting on thick, like, yeah, man, I'm Nobunaga, I'm the greatest. Y'all don't stand a chance. And he's like, and after the whole exchange goes down, he's like, man, I probably shouldn't have put it on that thick because I don't even know if we're gonna win this battle. You know what I mean? But like, it was just the way he puts it on, and when he gets into whatever he's doing, man, he's like he's like a general, you know?
Yeah, like it looks like he's doing something outrageous, but there's a purpose behind it.
Yeah.
Mental warfare just as much as physical.
Yeah. But they had him with the soldiers, and he has the elves throw their waste matter. I'll say waste matter in the well, and then they cover their arrows in their waist, and I'm like, that's weird. You know what I mean? Like nobody would think to do something like that. You know what I mean?
And they don't explain it. They just say this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the payoff is so good though.
And I like too how they did it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's like introducing biochemical warfare.
Yeah.
And more of that mental warfare of like, yo, I just shot you with this arrow that got. And the time and place we at ain't no medicine for what you about to have happen.
Yeah, man. Like it was wild because I was like, he's not gonna do this. And then what threw me out too, because he put it in perspective not only for the soldiers but for the elves. Like I said, the elves that were enslaved, I guess, by the actual humans of this planet. And so he had them burn down their own village, which was, you know, it was like, hold on, wait, you're gonna have us burn our houses down? He's like, nah, man, you missing a picture. You know, these are the houses they gave you after they enslaved you. You don't want these houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just kind of like, while he was walking them into their own, as saying like, look, man, we've been oppressed for, 40, 50 years. And anything that they've given us or, let us have, we have to get rid of that. And I thought like that was pretty dope.
It's very dope because you're unburdening your history. Like,
Yeah.
Been locked down. We're attached to these things that aren't even us. You got to let those go. And while you're doing that, use that.
Yeah. I guess to like say the Dark King. We might as well talk about the Dark King and minions, because you have the guy that's in the hallway. He's always reading his newspapers, and he brings in the drifters. But then his I guess rival, I guess I would call her a rival, because they seem like two like, I wouldn't say omnipotent forces, but they're higher beings that they're on a totally different plane.
Okay, so do you want me to just jump out the window on this one, because you know how I feel about
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook.
Okay, so you mean God, the devil, and Jesus?
I guess so. Yeah.
Just Jesus. And the two, while they might not be two combative deities, they are certainly high up on the food chain in this little battle that they got going on over this world for whatever reason.
Yeah. Because I mean,
gatekeeper. They're the ones, when these historical figures are on the doorstep of death, they pull them in. It's like, with no explanation, it's like, yo, come with me. All right, go through that door. Just ships them off into this war, this world that they have no context about. They got to learn on the job.
Yeah. And like what is interesting about that too, man, is the drifters. They're just normal people. They're just normal badass people. And the ends, on the other hand, the ends they rolling with the Dark King and Rasputin, they have abilities. And it's kind of like, well, the scales have been tipped, because now they have abilities, these guys don't. It's an unfair fight, but they use their tactics. And it's one of those things to where, like, with Dark King, like you say he's Jesus. When I finished the series, I was still trying to piece it together. I don't think they do. He's very Jesus like. I'll say that, because how he takes like the grains or like the seeds or whatever it is, and he multiplies them. He's making food for all like the pig people and whatnot, and he's able to
take small amounts of food and multiplies the food to feed multitudes.
Yeah,
he has visible wounds in his hands. Talks about the fact that he tried to humanity's salvation and how they spurned him and turned on him and didn't accept him.
Yeah,
to me, all the signs are there.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, I don't want him to be like, I don't know. I can see it, and I see like the scar on his hand, and he's multiplying food, and they were saying, yeah, he has like command over all things organic. He can heal any wound. You know what I mean? And when he shows up, people bow to him. He's like, nah, my brother, like, you don't have to bow to me. Like, I'm nobody important. And then he goes to take care of his people. And I'm like, man, like, they paint this picture like he really is him. And I'm like, man, like, I hope he didn't turn on us. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, that's Jesus.
Let's not even forget about the omnipotent eye in the sky.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's actually the picture that I'm having, and not the thumbnail, but just while it's you'll see what I'm talking. But it's I think that's dope though. Whenever he shows up and the moon, the moon turns into like an eye, like a giant like eye, and it shows his power. You know what I mean? Because it's like if he can do all this, then why does he need his ends? But then he's using them like chess pieces. And I like how they listen to him like this. Sometimes, and actually not only that they listen to him, but at the same time you can tell that sometimes they don't want to. Like when other samurai who could summon the ghost fought Toyohitsu, and
Right.
with that was a great fight by the way. I thought that fight was A1.
That was a fantastic fight.
And so
Learned some
Dark,
things about what appears to be cowardice or dishonorable tactics. Yeah, dude's like, in a fight. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not about to lose this fight because you want me to fight with a rule set.
yeah, he's jumping in and out throughout the houses, and he's throwing like he threw soup in the dude's eye. You know what I mean? Like he's like any way I can get you, I'm gonna use every trick I have so I can take your head off your shoulders. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that was a great fight, and because he like I'm not gonna lie, he was getting his ass tore up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I mean, dude fights with physical ghost. Like, he gotta fight dirty. Homeboy has powers. He was cheating from jump.
yeah, so even when they're fighting, and man, this guy he's laughing, he's having the time of his life, he's fighting, and this is something about his pride. And the Dark King, you know, he tells him telepathically, he's like, look, man, you might want to step back. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna take him out. And then he gets upset, and you hear him. He's like, all right, man, now I'm ordering you to come back. And then he's
Yeah.
like all right, I gotta go. And I was like, man, like this dude, like, because they show you examples of his power, but they never like really give you like in depth. But it goes to show like of how far his reach is, because this dude is, you don't even like I say miles. He's miles away from him, but he's like, look, I have to go now. You know what I mean? Like it's beyond his it's basically it's
Yeah.
above his pay grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's
This is
what
coming from the top down. I gotta go.
yeah, he has to go. And which I forgot too with the Dark King. When he went to I guess the top dragon, and
Actually, the bottom dragon. He talked to the lead bronze dragons, who lowest of the dragon classes.
oh,
I'm
okay.
guessing your iron dragons, your steel dragons, and probably up to somewhere like maybe diamond dragons or something.
Yeah.
He was talking to the leader of the bronze dragons.
Okay. Yeah, I guess well it was their top dragon, and he was like, nah man, you need to roll with us. And he was like, I'm not having it. And so he puts the boils on him. And that's what made me kind of I was like, look, man, I think this might be G. Because like, you know what I mean? It's been different times where I guess in the Bible, you know, people have had like boils on them, and I was like, all right, man, they're doing this. We're actually doing this now. We're committed at this
Well,
point.
now you know how he explained what he did to the dragon, right?
Oh, what'd he
It's
say?
the same. It's the same power that he used to multiply the grain. His power, his actual ability, is to multiply organic matter. Anything
Uh,
that is a living item that is organic, he can multiply it. So that's when you get the grain and he multiplies the food. That's when his troops are all beat up and about to die. He's multiplying their cell structure to repair the wounds. And in the case of the dragon, who was like trying to act big and tough, he rapidly multiplied his growth so that his flesh actually began to like overgrow and explode.
that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Which,
It's
that goes to the writing again. That is a dope use of what if you were just to tell somebody's like, yeah, I can multiply organic matter, you would think, ah, man, that's kind of a weird power. I guess it's useful. Then dude's like, yeah, I'm gonna just make you grow so rapidly that you die. That's some tactician stuff right there.
Yeah, like I said, it the whole like I said the whole thing was written very well. I don't think it was a part throughout the entire series where I couldn't follow what was going on. You know what I mean?
Right. So, speaking of these historical figures, we have how do you pronounce it? Joan of Arc, Jean of Arc. You got her. You got the dude that was with her. I forget his name. He was pretty dope. I remember actually looking his name up.
Oh, you're
And I
talking
saw
about the
great
massive
character.
buff dude.
Yeah, who his power was just his ridiculous determination.
Yeah.
Got Rasputin.
He was
Oh, and then there was Ichi's mentor, which goes to the point you was talking about how the ends they aren't all on board. Like he just does whatever he wants.
yeah. Yo, I'm trying to think too because I know he the giant guy that was with the chick that can turn stuff on fire. I hate that I can't remember their names that well because
Joan of
we
Arc.
didn't
The chick with the fire is Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc. Okay, because like I said they never said their names, but then you see them, but they don't really explore them, and that's one. I guess I can say that's one thing I didn't like. But yeah, the guy she was with, he was almost like her bodyguard in a sense, and
Yeah.
but because even before he died, he was like, all right, I've done my part. She stayed, and then now I can go to the other side and wait for her. And
Miles DeRace is his name.
Miles,
Miles, yeah.
okay, he was all about just making sure she's safe, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought too that he knew Yuichi because when they were fighting, he was all smiling. Yuichi was smiling. He was dodging attacks. He was pumping them full of arrows, and then he starts to get nervous because he's used up almost all his arrows, and this guy's still coming at him. So they alluded to them two knowing each other, but it wasn't them two. It was the end that was in. Yeah, he they knew each other. That was an interesting twist as well. Because I was trying to think, well, if these guys came from like France or wherever it was, how does Luigi know him? And he's from 400 years in Japanese history. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. Oh yeah, because Giles is from an entirely different era.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely don't know each other personally. But at the same time, I don't know if they made it very clear how long Yoichi's been in that world. They might have crossed paths before.
Possibly. I didn't think of that as well. We still don't really know how time flows, on this particular Earth.
It's an alternate realm. It's another universe. So time there flows normally there.
Yeah.
What it is that everybody, the drifters and the ends, just come from different time periods in our universe, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And think about, oh man, this is even crazy. I just thought about this. Like I said, I think the Black King is Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And he's turned against humanity. He wants to eradicate humanity from this world. Think about who the top guy that rallied humans together in this world is. It's freaking Hitler.
Yeah, you know what, man? I was just thinking that I was gonna bring him up, and I you know what, bruh? When I saw it, they was like, yeah, they showed this picture. I was like, get out of here. I was like, nah, bro. Like, are we serious?
I had to rewind it a couple times.
Yeah.
I had to rewind it. Check.
I was like, hold on, man. We got Hitler in here. Like, who thought it was a great idea to bring Hitler here?
That goes to the war between the two deity figures, the ones that are pulling them in and trying to win this thing.
Yeah.
Who knows what their plan is?
That's wild. Like I said, I wish it was more than 12 episodes of the series, and
Absolutely.
just to get a little bit, because I mean I feel like 12 episodes it's enough to get you interested in it, and now you want more. It was almost like it was like a test run, in a sense, because
I'll say this. I do feel like the last couple episodes got a little rushed.
yeah, yeah, I agree to that.
I feel like they ran out of time.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out too, like you said, they were rushed. They do seem rushed because they were trying to get to a certain point into the story, and
Yeah.
then it's one because like everywhere I've gone to kind of like look at other find out if there's gonna be anything else more to the story. It's been getting great reviews. People like it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out like where's the disconnect between why there isn't more of this series.
Do you know when the series was produced? Because it probably just came out this year.
I can tell. I looked and they were saying it
Oh,
was possible.
no. Okay, the manga started in 09. Anime series came out June of last year. So, could be due for a second season. Coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The original run was from October to December of 2016.
Oh yeah, we
Should have
should
a
be
season
getting.
2 coming up in
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Murasaki, that's his name. The guy at the desk. Always read name's Murasaki.
Yeah. Weird character. You don't know his motivations whatsoever.
Nah, I mean he can't be all the way good because he brought in a guy like Hitler. That's all I can say. Like,
Now, hold. Do we know that he brought Hitler in, or did Easy being the other his counterpart?
yeah, I say he brought him in only because if Easy would have brought him in, he most likely would have had some kind of ability. You know what I mean? And then normally, from what I can tell so far, within these 12 episodes, when Murasaki brings him in, they don't get any abilities, and so like they were saying like Hitler. They didn't. I don't. Did they call him by name? I don't think they called him by name, but we just know he's Hitler.
Yeah, they never referred to him specifically by name.
Yeah, he just rallied people. You know what I mean? Like, and even through our history today, they say, yeah, he just had a way with words. Just he was able to galvanize the people to do what he wanted them to do. And so I can see him bringing him in, I guess, for that reason. But and it probably backfired on him. And so now he's bringing in this group that we have now, kind of correct what he did. Because
Oh, you know what? Murasaki definitely brought Hitler in because other character referred to Hitler as a drifter. Which
yeah,
definitely brought in on that side of the war.
I don't understand. Because actually too, yeah, the guy who helped out Hitler, he's a drifter as well. And so
Yeah.
he's on I guess the drifter side now. I don't know what his his motives are pretty much like anybody else in any kind of war situation.
Survival by enemies
It,
necessary.
yeah. And so that's what he's about. He has an army, but it's not that big. Yeah.
Boy, that guy is a character.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
about as much as I can really say about that.
Yeah, he's a little
He adds an element to the show that's a little wild.
yeah. At first I didn't know if he was, you know, woman or anything. You know what I mean? And then like he adds a certain flair. I'll say that he adds a certain flair
Is
to the series.
exceptionally ambiguous.
Yeah,
Yeah, that he throws me off. But the fact that he is not even shy about being a traitor, it has
yeah,
potential. As a character, it has potential because there's no surprise with him. Comes right up to their door like, "Yo, I'm turning on this other empire. I want to be on y'all side now."
yeah. I mean, they should probably watch him though. Anybody who just that easily is like, all right, man, I'm done with these guys. I'm on your team
Hey,
now.
as long as y'all look like y'all winning, I'm with y'all.
Yeah, which is
I mean, hey, if you know that's what he is, you can plan around that.
true. Yeah, and especially now that you kind of command his army, because anybody who works with the drifters, they're gonna end up listening. They're gonna end up either listening to Toyohito or Nobunaga, which is understandable. You know what I mean? Because they will kill you. Like, so I don't know, man.
That's another good element to this show. Because you're pulling in all these historical figures from different parts and different time periods. Their reaction to certain technologies. Nobunaga saw that Gatling gun. He was like, yo, I need this. I need this in my life. I have to have this.
Especially since
look, we're trying to reproduce this for years. This world's just not advanced enough.
Yeah. Because with his musket, it looked like a pistol to me, but musket, pistol, whatever. He was trying to get them to fix it. No, like, look, man, we don't even know if maybe the dwarves can do something with it. They were like the blacksmith, and so they got him to fix it, and they made their own. But when he's like you said, when he saw that Gatling gun, he was like, look, man, like this is exactly what to him. It was like a dream come true. Like he had never seen anything like this. You know what I mean? And the I don't know that. I feel bad.
I did look it up. Apparently, he's Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy? Okay.
Yes. And the other one's not Billy the Kid. It's the Sundance Kid, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same character. I don't know if that's the same person in history or not.
But yeah, because Butch, he has the top hat. And he's like, look, man, what, you never seen this? Like, he's like, nah, man, this is everyday stuff where I come from. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have any more ammunition. I need more, gunpowder. And then Nobunaga was like, gunpowder? I'm making that as we speak.
I've been developing that the whole time.
Yeah. Which I thought was pretty dope. And so I like how he was thinking ahead for his muskets to power his. But he's like, look, man, if we have this thing, we don't have to worry about anything. I'm making enough gunpowder to last us a while. You know what I mean? So like it was dope how that came into play. Now
that's, to me, to compare it to Dragon Ball, because I mean everybody compares everything to Dragon Ball. That's like Nobunaga's planning to develop the first form of Frieza. His ultimate goal, his dream scenario is, I can just develop something that's this first form. Butch Cassidy comes along with Golden Frieza like, yo, I just have this laying here. Nobunaga's mind was completely blown. He was like, changes everything.
Yeah. I mean, you saw what it did to we say Giles was his name.
Yeah.
It literally tore him apart, and he's a very strong end. He was I wouldn't say probably one of his top guys. I think the Samurai Ghost guy can take him out, and probably the Fire Chick can take him out, but she would never fight that dude. So, I mean, like it's only like those 3 to 4 ends that would actually give him like a fair like a decent fight.
You're forgetting about the I want to call her a vampire chick, but I don't think she's actually a vampire. The ice chick.
Oh yeah.
Romanoff or Romanova or something.
Oh.
She did not. She got the least screen time, I think.
Yeah, I think she did. But you know what though? Because it was, to me, when I saw her, I was like, all right, man, she can turn stuff to ice. That's great. And that was like, that's all you needed to know. Because I don't know. She didn't get much screen time, and I guess because she didn't get much screen time, I wasn't like, all right, man, what about her? Because like you only saw her like that one time.
Right. Anastasia Romanova. Now, you did notice that for all of the ends, their powers are based basically whatever trauma or how they died history.
Yeah. which is a constant reminder of how like humanity kind of turned on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, not all of them are inherently evil. They just felt so betrayed that they have beef with humanity when they came back into this world.
Which is very interesting because it goes to say like, okay, with ah man, I remember, but the chick with the fire, because they thought she was a witch, and so
Yeah.
they burned her, and so now she has power of fire, but that's
Now
a
she is a witch.
yeah, she's to the fullest, and so I'm just like, well, like they were saying, it's a constant reminder of how they turned on you, but at the same time, doesn't that in turn make you hate them more? Because now you really can't escape from it. You know what I mean? Like we brought you here, and now we're gonna give you this power. That's a constant reminder of why you hate them, but you hate them even more. You know what I mean? Like it's a double-edged sword in my opinion.
It plays it. I'll take that point and tell you how it plays into the good writing of the show. Because Joan of Arc, she dies at the stake, burnt as a witch. So she comes back with this insane hatred of humanity and these fire abilities based on her dying by burning. You saw when dude dropped her in the well, she flipped out. She was like, "Oh, water. This is exactly what I have been begging for." The one thing that I wanted the most as I was dying was water. And she like accepted her fate, almost relieved,
Yeah.
which is wild because I mean, yo, didn't nobody get this chick a glass of water the whole damn time?
Oh man, you know witches they can't drink no water, man. So, I mean, I'm probably so anybody who would help a quote unquote witch would probably also be burned because you're aiding a witch now. So like probably no people probably scared to help her out, and so like when Toyohita dropped it, because he really should have killed him in all reality, but he has his moral code, and I guess to some
It
end,
speaks to the time period he comes from.
yeah,
Because the second he found out she was a female, because in history, she like Mulan, you know, did the whole "I'm dressing up like a dude because it's the only way they're gonna let me fight." So he thought he was fighting a guy the whole time. Gets in the well, finds out it's a female. Is like, yo, there's honor in me killing you. Not gonna kill you. I have nothing to gain, no pride, no honor, no respect in killing you as a female.
yeah.
He left her alone.
They have, I like how they have somewhat of a moral code because it's not concrete. They will kind of bend a little bit, and but for the most part they have some kind of moral like code. It varies from character to character, and you can tell because they have instances
Yeah.
throughout the series where they kind of clash and they butt heads about it because it's two different moralities going on. Like you have uh Nobunaga and Toyohita again when they're at the army base, and Nobunaga knocks him out because he didn't want to see him. He felt like he shouldn't see a slaughtering like that. But you forgot that this guy's a samurai who he
No,
lived
no,
on the.
no. See, I have a different perspective on that one.
What's that?
I don't think it was a matter of not seeing the slaughter. He didn't want him to commit the slaughter. He wanted to protect his own image as a demon king. So like,
Oh,
hey, this slaughter, this firing squad that you're about to do, nah, bruh, no, don't take that on yourself. Don't taint your image with this act. Let me take that on. Let me be the extra bad guy, the evil one who's going to slaughter an entire army that has no weapons and are defenseless. You maintain your samurai code, kill people who are armed and fighting.
okay.
Because you got to remember, he just let somebody live because the guy surrendered. It's like, nah, he surrendered. He's defenseless. You don't kill somebody who surrendered. And then, not a couple minutes later, he was about to kill a whole bunch of people that were defenseless, begging for their lives. And Nobunaga spared him from committing that act and took it on himself.
Yeah. And two, I like the dynamic between those two. Only because, like I said, Toyohitsu is like 30 something, and Nobunaga's 50. He's like it's 50 between 50 and 55. But he views him, he looks at him like he's his son. You know what I mean? And I guess he forgets
What
that
he
at
wanted.
times. Yeah. And so when he told him, he's like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be the one to have to do this, and he'll do it. And Toyohitsu, decks him for it. He's like, nah, man, I'm a warrior just like you. You're not my dad, you know. And so he was like, man, it brought him back to reality because it's like, yeah, man, he's not my kid. I can't just tell him what he can and can't see and what he can and can't do. I made him a leader of an army. Now I have to let him be that leader of this army. And it was like, it was a to me, because I guess to other people it probably wouldn't be like a big deal. It's like a scene in an anime. But to me, like it spoke to me because it's like, look, everybody here's an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you can see where things waver and where things, kind of stand tall within the people that are interacting. And so it makes for a really good dynamic between characters.
Now, we've talked about how great the writing in the show is. I do have one that I'm going to call some lazy BS writing. They set up this, what I thought was an amazing dynamic, where they're bringing these people in from their place in history. So you have all of these Japanese characters who don't speak the language of this world that they've just been dropped in. They have no means of communication other than emotion. Like you have the scene where he's yelling at the guy, go kill him. You have to kill him because he is the face of all of this enslavement you have faced for all of these years. Go kill him. They don't understand the words they're saying to each other, but they understand what's going on. And they built this up, and I thought it was going to be this big thing. And then the magician's chick's like, yeah, we just have these pieces of paper to help you understand the language.
Yeah.
And they make a good joke because they slap it on one Yoichi's forehead, and she plays it up like she's a zombie from Asian culture.
Yeah, like a zombie vampire. Yeah, I caught that.
On the forehead, which was hilarious. I love that. But then after that, it's almost never referred to ever again.
Yeah.
You don't see them wearing the translation talismans anymore. It's like, all right, well, we wrote ourselves out of that hole we dug. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah. What I like too, man, they actually learned the language. It kind of shows how long Yoichi's been there because he was able to speak their language fluently. And
I don't know if it was fluently. Because you remember the scene, she was using like simple words and using hand motions. But I think she learned a bit of it, or he. See, I'm calling her she, and it's a dude.
Yeah, because I know when the Elf brothers, when they brought Toyohitsu to the castle, and she was like, "Well, I'm doing it too now." It was like, what are y'all doing here? Drop him and leave, things like that. And he was able to communicate. And then when they got,
yeah, you're right, you did.
Yeah, and another moment too, because she was talking. Well, he was I'm really doing it. Yeah. So he was talking to him, and then when they brought out the talismans, he passed out because he was like, "Look, man, I've learned their language, and I was able to speak it, and also too, Nobunaga could speak it. I didn't think he could, but something happened. He was talking to somebody, and he was I think too when he was talking to Rasputin again, he was talking to him. He started speaking their language, their native language, and he was like, man." They were saying how intelligent he was because he was able to pick up their language and speak it. And so I was like, who knows how long they've really been there? But it also, like you said, the talisman thing. They used them and then they never seen them again. Like it can be implied that they wore it like within their armor or it's in their clothes or something. But at the same time, like you said, you never seen anything else about talismans. The only other time talismans popped up was during that battle where they were fighting in the city, and they use like the earth talismans to raise up walls for protection or to like propel somebody across the battlefield. That's the only time their tags came into play.
The way he uses those earth scrolls That's good writing. That it illustrates his combat ability, his leadership, and his ability to analyze the way battle works, which is actually a big point of the series. They're like, yo, these guys, it's not about them being badasses. It's about them taking stuff that's in this world, having a completely different approach to how to use it and how to envision its purpose.
Yeah. It's
'Cause like the chick said, she's like, these scrolls are for defense. And he's using them for offense. He's using them to attack. He's using them to infiltrate, espionage, and all this stuff.
yeah.
He used them as a trap to bomb those guys.
It was it's very interesting because it's very tactical show, and you don't get that too much. The only thing I can remember, I can kind of like compare it to was like early Naruto, because it was based on, if I know how my powers work and my abilities work, and I know how you work, I should win. You know what I mean? Like it's more knowledge and more tactics than just I'm stronger than you. And so
Yeah, it's not about pure power. It's about, okay, I need to learn about you. I need myself, and now I have to figure out how to use that to win.
yeah, the whole everything they've done has been very tactical, and it's like you said, it's good writing, and everything kind of plays a part. Like even little things that you wouldn't notice, they kind of play they have some type of meaning and play some type of importance, which I like.
Yep.
You would think, certain things they don't matter. Like a lot of anime, certain things they mention it, show it to you, and then it's forgotten about. But and it's very, like I say, very tactical, and I guess it makes you think. And as you watch, you're asking yourself, what are they gonna do with this? And then they show you, it has a useful, like a viable application to what we're doing here. And it's to me, like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10, honestly.
I give it, I can run with an 8. I almost gave it higher because I know watching the series is what made me know I like the series. Any anime that I'm sitting and watching, and halfway through the series, I think to myself, damn, I wish I could play a video game based on this. Yeah, you're doing something right if you got me thinking that.
Yeah. It's something that I feel like a lot of people should watch and kind of give it a chance. Because actually, I told Jazzy about it, and he told me he was gonna go check it out, and I didn't see him the rest of the night. And so
I haven't heard back, because I was in there too. We were both telling him, and I haven't heard back from him yet on it.
Yeah.
Damn good series though, definitely.
Yeah, man. I guess we can wrap it up here. Any final comments you wanna let the people know?
I need more animes like this. I need some combat.
Yeah.
I need quality combat. None of those flashing and blurs and sparkles that indicate combat. No, this is actual combat. You see what's happening.
Yeah, I definitely need more stuff like this. More tactical, well written animes. And that's pretty much it.
Especially the animation part.
Yeah. But yeah, man, y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and we'll get back to y'all soon with another anime. If you got any anime recommendations, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section, and we'll check them out. So we out. Peace.
Yep.